Hello, friendos, and welcome in for another episode of the Something Always Nothing podcast. I'm your host, Grim, and today with me, as always, joined is my beautiful co host, King. Say what's up to the people, King.
Yo, what's up, beautiful people? How is everyone doing? Happy podcasting. Today is our
Happy
podcast
podcast,
day.
squad. Yeah,
Yeah.
we made it another day. We're still not canceled, still here with you.
Well, yeah, this is
And,
episode. What episode is this, Grim? Remind me.
my God,
Episode
we're on seven now? Like seven? Yeah.
7. We're on 7.
So
Bro.
later in the episode, we have a special guest for the first time on the Something Always Nothing podcast. Hi, bye. We will get to introducing them later, but in the meantime, we have a couple news topics for the people. You want to give the people the rundown, King?
We do. I do. But first, Grim, I need to ask you something.
What's up, brother, man?
Are you feeling nostalgic? Are you
Every
in
day.
a nostalgic mood?
Bro, it gets me through my weeks. You already know.
For those of you not seeing what I'm seeing, or I guess Grim, you'll see it after the fact. I have
Yeah.
no background because we're doing a new review. So,
Sick.
Grim, I know you won't be able to see it, but it's a Stitch background.
It's the boy back there.
You'll see it in post. You'll see it in post.
Hana. Hana.
Oh, Hana. Reason I bring up nostalgia is this episode plays a lot on nostalgic forces.
Sweet sauce. What are we talking?
I'm talking Disney. I'm talking the Jonas Brothers. I'm talking Camp Rock 3. Grim, are you excited?
What? Oh my. Okay, not what I was expecting, but I remember hearing about this like a few years back that they were going to do another Camp Rock. I don't know why. I don't
Bro,
know why. Are they? Is
I'm
this
excited.
Demi Lovato again?
Demi Lovato is coming back. The Jonas Brothers are coming back. Bro,
That's gonna be a trip, dude. It's gonna be a
dude.
trip. It's been so long.
Now, did you watch any of them?
I watched the first one growing up. I watched the first one for sure. I was around that age of, Disney kid. I think it was like 11 when it came out. But like, yeah, I didn't hate it. I still think High School Musical is probably the better of the two, like musicals. But yeah,
I
yeah, it
I
wasn't terrible.
hesitantly agree with you. I was more of a High School Musical kid. But Camp Rock, I feel like has this place in the Disney music, space,
The
I guess, if you will.
Disneyverse.
The Disneyverse. Bro,
Yeah,
that Disneyverse. Oh, man.
ever expanding.
Special mention. Do you remember, what was the hockey movie? Do you remember the hockey movie?
Bro, Mighty Ducks?
No, Mighty Ducks, yes.
Huh.
I'm thinking, HE double hockey six.
Oh, I know what you're
You know,
talking about, but I don't think I saw that since I was like a little minion, like
bro,
maybe 4 years old.
I love that movie, that one, and The Luck of the Irish. I remember watching so many times as a kid.
Yeah. Look at the Irish. That kid went on to be like one of the main characters in Final Destination 3, I believe. I think that's the same actor.
Uh,
Yeah, it is.
is it?
The one who like falls through like the train window and gets sucked out at the very end, remember?
Oh,
But I'm pretty sure it's the same kid, yeah. Oh, that's cool.
bro, Disney nostalgia hits heavy.
Heavy.
It does. It does. I don't. Do you consider yourself a Disney adult?
No, not really. I can still like I'm still a casual Disney enjoyer. Like I have too much ADHD to sit down and like actually sit through a Disney movie unless I have somebody there like holding me down. Like, no, you're gonna finish Elio. I swear to God. So not really, but I still have like a passion for Disney of old, nostalgia, and remakes, and sometimes.
Well, okay, so Disney, as you know, like they're a juggernaut, bro. They have so many companies. They have Hulu, which
Yeah,
Alien
we
Earth,
talked
come on.
about that.
Yeah. They have Marvel, Star Wars. Bro,
Crazy.
they even have
Crazy.
comic books. Bro. Anyways, I think you know where I'm going with this. Disney announced today, or actually they announced it earlier this week, but Disney announced that they're buying a 2% stake in webtoons. Now, Disney, as you know, owns Marvel. And Marvel, they do comic books.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Marvel Comics has the what's the comic book company called?
Marvel Unlimited. Are you talking about their app where you can read the comics and stuff?
The comics, yeah, the comics one.
Yeah, Marvel Unlimited.
Marvel Unlimited, yeah. They announced, Disney announced that they bought a 2% equity stake in Webtoon, and that they will be partnering with Webtoon to bring forth a new comics platform.
Huh. That's interesting news, mainly because I'm pretty sure like webtoons are the ones they do like those like really weird. You'll see the advertisements in YouTube like oh, what did my stepmom do this summer? And it's just like a very weird like kind of sort of smutty almost comics on the web. So that's an interesting partnership. I wouldn't have thought. Maybe we're going to be getting some romance Mickey Mouse novels here in the future.
Oh, bro, romance Mickey Mouse. Now, can you imagine? Oh.
I'm already doing it and I'm regretting it. Yeah.
But that'll be interesting. So be on the lookout for a new platform for comics.
Yeah.
I think that's all the news I have for today, man. I know we want to get into this review, and I know we have been teasing this special guest for a long time. I'm excited. Grim, take us into it.
Super hype, friendos. All right. So as everybody knows, this episode is going to be our Lilo and Stitch review, the live action remake. And with us today, we brought the one and only, the awesome, the legendary, the holier than art thou, something clever. Ladies and gentlemen, please help us introduce our beautiful, awesome guest.
Hey, welcome to the Something Always Nothing podcast.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Hello. Hi.
So we're going to be doing a rundown of Lilo and Stitch. I don't think this one really requires a spoiler-free synopsis, guys. It's for the most part a 1-to-1 remake of the old cartoon, but we'll definitely be discussing. We'll be discussing some of those differences. We'll talk about
right a little bit later.
All right, Clever, since this is your first time on the Something Always Nothing podcast, you have the special honor of being the one to break down this beautiful movie. So go ahead and take it away.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Welcome.
So, as Grim said before, it is technically like almost like how the animated movie was, but not exactly. So, you start the movie with the council, what is it called? The Alien Council. And they're talking to Dr. Jumba about his illegal experimentation 626, which later we find is Stitch, thanks to Lilo. And they are trying to tell him that he is an abomination and he needs to be exiled. So they try to put him away to send him somewhere else. Dude says absolutely not, escapes, takes the police patroller and takes off. Where the hell is Stitch? Right? Sure. Then you pan over to Lilo's side. So she's in Hawaii. Little girl, probably, I think they say she's like around 6. She's an outcast. She's going through it. She doesn't make friends very well. She lives with her older sister Nani because their parents passed away earlier in some time frame. It doesn't really tell you exactly when, but they are living by themselves. So she's probably about 18, 19 years old, trying to raise her younger sister. And they're trying to struggle. They're going through family services. It's a whole big old thing. Later on, you have Lilo attempting to, be around and causing her trouble, but she goes into the animal shelter where she meets what she thinks is a blue dog. Come in, Stitch. And she's like, oh, he's different. He's crazy. He's talking to her. That's normal, right? Let's do that. So she's so stuck on this dog. And one of the differences of this movie is instead of it being Nani that takes her to the shelter, it is a neighbor. So they did introduce a different character that does play a sense in this movie. It does bring a different dynamic, so that is something that does need to be mentioned. I think they call her Tutu. She's the neighbor. She kind of helps Nani with Lilo.
I love the neighbor.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the peanut butter cup girl from 50 First Dates. Yeah, dude.
I didn't even think about that. You're right. From what is it, 50 First Dates?
First Dates, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't even think about that until you
It's the
just
peanut
said
butter
that.
cup. Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that was a dude that said that, but she was the female lead in that one. Yeah. Sure. So yes, you do see, her familiar face. She is someone, and she brings her own dynamic to the movie. It kind of sidelines to her to where it's like, oh, she's, this, for some reason her pet goat plays a decent role in this film. It's kind of funny. Alvin is his name. And it's just like I think at one point, what is it, like Lilo screams, Stitch screams, and the goat screams. It's like, what?
That got me. Yeah.
Where's the goat? Like,
I love the goat.
Oh, anytime you see a screaming goat, I'm here. You got my attention. That's it. So as they're going along and they finally bring Stitch home, and what Stitch was created to do was to bring destruction and chaos and everything. So Jumba and the Earth expert Pleakley decide they were given the task to bring Stitch back. So there's at least 2 or 3 storylines playing here, because you have Jumba and Pleakley, Lilo and Stitch, and then you have Cobra.
Oh,
not the goat. You said the goat. The goat. He has his own timeline, so please make sure you pay attention to Alvin the goat. So Pleakley and Jumba.
Wait. The goat's name is Alvin?
His name is Alvin, yes.
I must have missed that in the credits.
Hey, I'm a very detail-oriented person, so don't worry, guys. I got you.
I appreciate that.
I also have a number count of how many times Nani's hit in the face.
we need that after.
Yeah. Because that was kind of like the comic relief. Like, you can definitely tell that they tried to make it more relatable, because in comparison to the animated film, like, this one is a lot more serious. I feel like it's a lot more muted. So the nostalgia that you would get from watching the animated movie, there are a couple things that might, irk you, because you're like, wait a minute, that's not how it went. But I get it, creative freedoms. We're gonna take a breath. It's fine. It's okay. We'll get to that later. But yeah, so Jumba and Pleakley come to Hawaii, and they're just like, oh, he's, we gotta find him, whatever. Spoiler tag is up, right? Obviously, I've been spoiling the whole thing. Just making sure,
Of course.
One of the things that is different, again, is the way that they hide themselves amongst the people. One of my favorite things about the animated film was the fact that Pleakley would dress up and always had like a wig on, and they fought over the wig, because that's what was the difference, and that made them, one of the people. Whereas this one, it was kind of like, I don't want to say a meat suit, but like they touched one of the humans or whatever and became that person. So it was like alien technology, which is great and all, but like, it took fun away from it.
Yeah, lame.
It was super lame. I was really upset about that.
Hold on.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Hold on.
Now I've pissed him off. Damn.
The aliens that are the people that they impersonated were Zach Galifianakis and what's bro's name from Game Night?
From Game Night and the Roadhouse remake. God, I can't remember his name, but he might be my favorite thing about this movie.
He is fantastic in this movie.
He's funny.
Yeah.
The one that plays Pleakley.
Mm-hmm.
Because he embodies like the awkward alien, and so like watching them attempt to walk, he's like, did you watch the video I sent you? He's like, the walking video? Yeah. Like, you got YouTube in space? Like, impressive. Very impressive. So Jumba and Pleakley are trying to catch Stitch. Stitch heard them with his supersonic ears, and that's how Jumba made him. So he's like, quiet, he can hear you. So he hears them say, don't shoot the humans or don't hurt the humans. So they have to go around them. And with that, he's like, okay, if I find not a human shield, but that's the words they used, then I'm fine. So when he went into the shelter, that's why he was attracted to Lilo. He realized she was by herself. She needed whatever she was looking for, and he needed a human to make sure that they didn't come get him. So that's fun. All the while that they get together, Stitch is really like paying attention to try and make sure that these people aren't going to find him. Well, not people, alien people. And Lilo is just trying to have a friend. Like, that poor girl, all she wanted was a friend. She wanted someone that was going to accept her and love her for who she is, because all those little girls in that movie were mean.
They sucked. I hated them.
That. Freaking Myrtle, you deserved the shove, honey. Okay?
She got it worse in the cartoon.
She did.
Hold on. In Myrtle's defense, okay, she has clumsy feet. I'm just saying.
Oh. What, Lilo?
What about when she stole her doll and was making fun of her and said that you can't have a friendship bracelet unless you actually had friends?
Punk.
Okay.
I don't have a defense.
She was a little brat. Let's be real. She deserved what she had coming.
Someone needs to talk to her parents.
Right, and yet the parents were the ones that talked to the music teacher and got Lilo kicked out.
Oh, you're right. Totally right.
Bad. But Lilo's been going through it. Since her parents passed away, she's kind of been trying to find her place, and that has not come to fruition. She is constantly getting in trouble. She's constantly looking for friends. She's constantly looking for attention, because a lot of the time she doesn't get it. She's kind of just running out on her own, getting into things, and the sister's kind of just listening to everything that goes on, because that's all she can do. She still has to try and provide that life for Lilo to keep her, because again, they are in a family services battle at this point. So as they're going on, she's trying to teach that. She's like, you know what, I've realized you're really bad. You know, she's like, your badness level is way up here. She's like, let me teach you, how to behave. But that's where Cobra Bubbles comes in. Now, I know everybody remembered Cobra Bubbles from the first movie. Big dude, didn't look like he belonged in any kind of family services. So that's why Lilo was like, no. But in this one, he's a little different, He's a lot more, he seems a lot more professional. He's not as big. He's not what we expected. I expected Terry Crews. This was like, I'm not gonna talk about it, but it wasn't, when you think of Cobra Bubbles, it wasn't Cobra Bubbles. We'll just say that. So he comes in and he's not really like trying to tell Lilo too much of what's going on. He's definitely focused on finding Stitch. Like, he's like, I'm the one they call, when things go wrong. And, so he kind of steps in. He's like, I got to step in with this family. So he joins the family services and was just like, I'm the boss now. Let me see what's going on. In reality, he don't care about Nani and Lilo. He's trying to find Stitch. Which is really bad, by the way, because, like, that's one of those things that, like, oh, that case fell through the cracks. Because what? All jokes aside, though. It is. So he is trying to, again, here's another timeline where he's trying to figure out and help the government find out what Stitch is. Pleakley and Jumba are trying to find Stitch. Stitch is trying to hide. Lilo is just trying to live her best life with her dog.
No.
And yeah, it's like, the more and more you think about it, the sadder it is. Like, there's a couple things that the animated film explained that I felt was rushed in this one. Like the whole thing on Pudge the fish. Like,
oh yeah,
I don't know if everybody knows the background with that, but like, she goes, every day I take Pudge the fish a peanut butter sandwich, and that was a whole big thing. Yeah. Well, they didn't understand why when she says Pudge controls the weather. Like, people were like, oh, okay, that's kind of... No, her parents passed away in a car accident when it was raining. So she figures if she keeps Pudge happy, he's not going to make the weather bad, so she doesn't lose anybody else.
Holy crap, dude. Whoa, dude. I just rewatched that animated film too, and like, oh my god, I didn't even... Oh my god, that makes me so sad.
Right in the fields, right in the fields. You know, they know how to. If there's anything that Disney knows how to do, it's to just kind of gut punch you just a little bit
Yeah, they
to
make you
bring you
cry
back.
your parents a lot. Like, that's their main weapon. They weaponize dead parents for sure.
Dead parents. Oh my goodness. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But so there's that, and then
And at this point, nobody missed. What was the shark's name? Captain.
they've gone to. Are you serious?
No one missed him. I'm just saying.
I didn't.
You
I
didn't
did.
notice he was gone.
No.
Immediately I noticed. What do you mean he's a freaking 15-foot shark man? Like, it's kind of hard to not notice his lack of presence. Yeah.
That was probably the biggest thing, is the fact that they did not bring in Captain Gantu. So everybody knows that, like, the councilwoman's right hand was Captain Gantu, a big old shark guy, and he's the one that goes after Jumba and Pleakley when they failed to bring Stitch back.
Mm-hmm.
He is nowhere to be found in this movie at all. Like, I don't know why they cut him out, but they just didn't. And for me, I was like, what? Like, you know, after
I know why they cut him out.
why?
He was asking for too much money. It wasn't in the budget.
You know what? You're not wrong, because I'm almost positive it was the fact that they were going to have to animate a 20-foot, CGI shark man for 2 hours long. So they were like, "Nah, man, we don't need that." Just
What was enough with Stitch? You know, I know that
Yeah.
was a lot.
Oh yeah, his fur looks so realistic, trippy. They must spend, tons and tons of money.
Yeah. So that's what I was saying, is with the Pudge the fish, that's heart-staking. There's a couple, like I said, there's a couple things. I can't remember the second one because I don't know why, but that one definitely is something that, like, always gets to me, because I'm like, this poor girl was literally just looking for answers. You know, you can definitely tell that she was trying to grieve in her own way, while her sister was kind of all over the place, trying to just figure out how to raise her and get her own stability when she wasn't even old enough to be raising a little girl. That's where a lot of this story, and so their story around them is definitely that. It's the grieving process. It's trying to kind of show you that there is a process, and then there's acceptance. And with Stitch, he felt like he was only one way. So they created him for chaos, and it's funny because if you look back at the way that he acted, he really thought he was Godzilla. Like, that little alien thought he was the big bad. He wanted to bust down buildings and all of this, and I'm like, but you're like this big. What build? Like the Lego store? What are you doing?
Wild.
You
He
know,
could have toppled governments. That little blue guy. He would have taken down regimes. Little laser guns in his spaceship. Bro's
You're right.
indestructible.
you're right. He was indestructible.
Hmm.
I just thought about the DNA spit scene.
Ruined a whole generation of kids, that animated did, with the whole like spit going up and down. Like, dude.
Everybody tried it. Nobody was successful, and there was spit everywhere. It's great. Wonderful. This is what we learn from movies, So getting more into the movie, another change that they made was Nani. So it wasn't like, yes, she was looking for the job, she was trying to find the stability, but like, she apparently had like a scholarship type thing to be a marine biologist at one of the best schools, and she gave it up because she had to raise Lilo. And so they like slightly mention that she was like a champion surfer and different things like that, which if you don't catch it in that small little blip of Lilo explaining it, you miss it. So like, I know that me and King were watching it at one point, and he was like, oh, I don't get it, because at the end, if we're skipping forward, they do have the scene where they're surfing, and they Jumba and Pleakley will wash them out, and they're trying to get them because they still want Stitch. And so when they wash out, Stitch hits the floor, because one thing that they mentioned earlier in the movie is the water changes the molecular density, which makes him sink. He cannot float. So as soon as he hit that water, he sunk straight to the bottom, taking Lilo with him. So he darn near drowns the poor girl. But she's screaming and hollering because she wants them to save her friend, her buddy, you know. So the epic moment where Nani goes down there and grabs him and realizes she can't swim up, and like she kind of like, okay, I got this, holds him like a little boulder and runs out of the water. Like she runs the whole floor with this heavy little alien and comes straight out the water, you know, to show her strength, to show that she still got it, you know. And
that was awesome.
It was and all that is like, all of these little trials and stuff that they were going through was trying to teach Stitch Ohana. That's the biggest word in the whole film is Ohana. So as everybody knows, Ohana means family, and family means nobody gets behind.
Let's go.
Or
dies alone.
Or
forgotten,
bro.
Oh,
I just watched it today too.
I was trying to have a moment.
Same thing, right?
It's fine. No, it's not the same thing. The whole point, you guys are not understanding. Ohana means family. Family means no one gets left behind. And one of the things Nani says is, but we did. Like, that moment was just like, she wasn't finished grieving. Like, she wasn't over what was going on. But Lilo was like, or forgotten. So, you know, you're not going to leave Stitch behind. We're not going to forget the family that we had that made us who we are now. And like life lessons from like what's supposed to be a 6-year-old girl. Disney, come on. I don't think we were all ready for that. Sal, you good over there? You wiping your tears? You good?
Getting a little misty, honestly, reliving it.
All that to say is, they finally get Stitch. Jumba and Pleakley were fired, so they were like, you know what? We're gonna do it our way. Still tries to find the alien. Still tries to do things the wrong way because they don't have any other things, which is where Gontu was supposed to come in. You can shake your head all you want, but that's where Gontu was supposed to be.
Would have been perfect.
Right. He learns his lessons. He realizes that this is his family and that his life is not just chaos and destruction. Like, there's so much more to it than that. And, you know, they're all starting to get through things. And then the ending. I'm going to pause for a second with that one.
Yeah.
For those that loved the classic ending of Lilo and Stitch, you unfortunately will not get that same warm, fuzzy feeling. To an extent, but like, what you know is the ending to Lilo and Stitch when they're like one big happy family, whatever. So we still get the councilwoman coming to Earth. She's like, you know what? I'm gonna do this myself. You want something done, you do it yourself. So she shows up and she's like, this little experiment here is an abomination. We're exiling him. He's nothing but bad things. There's no good to him. So he comes up and he's like, wait. He's like, let me say something. He's like, I'll take my punishment. But this is my family, you know? They're broken, but still good, you know? And at that moment, she was like, okay, you know? It was, you know what it reminds me of? Is that scene in The Grinch where his heart finally grows and everybody's like, oh, wait a minute. It's like that. Gives you that same feeling, you know? So she's like, okay, he's still going to be exiled, which, to be fair, he only needed to be exiled from, like, space. Like, they just didn't want him in their space. So she was like, he's going to be exiled to Earth, you know, here, and Cobra Bubble's got to watch him, you know? And then it's like, yay, we got our family. That should have been the end of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't. It wasn't. You still got homegirl from Family Services coming up and just being like, well, we're still taking Lilo away.
What do you? Why? What do you
Hold on.
Oh,
Special mention of the family services lady. She was the original voice actor for Nani. So
Pia Carrera. Yeah.
Yeah, she
Which
was
was really, really great. But
Yeah.
what they did and the character they gave her, mad disrespectful.
Super duper. I feel that. Yeah. 100%.
Absolutely disrespectful. How are you gonna be the one that tears this family apart?
The family that you played yourself. Like, oh, it just feels weird. Yeah. I love her, but dang, dude, that was awkward.
They made her the bad person. They even the Tutu, the neighbor, she was like, I don't like that lady.
Right. Oh, don't get me started. I got problems with that neighbor, but we'll save that for later. Huh? Oh yeah, peanut butter cup. Like, are you telling me you could have just moved those? He could have just moved those two girls in the entire time since their parents died. Like, they didn't have to struggle. They didn't have to go through all that. They could have just lived with you, dog. Like, what?
I mean, okay, but remember at the end, she didn't take in Nani. Nani went to go live her best life because she had a scholarship. She was pushing her to go. There was never a mention that she didn't offer. Nani kept telling her no. So that was on Nani. Nani was trying to explain to the social worker that she's got this, she's grown, she can do it. She didn't want to be separated. And then there is a character that is still in there, and it's David. They did not give him as big of a piece or a chunk that he had in the animated film, but he was an honorable mention.
Somewhat, yeah. They didn't really give him much to do. Like, I feel like he had more to say, more to do in the animated film. This film is 20 minutes longer. Where did it go? Where'd the time go?
There was so many like little characters that were cut out, but enough for you to know. Like, I would have killed to watch Lilo say, "Oh, I'm sorry I bit you and pulled your hair and punched you in the face." Like,
Jesus.
And we would have paid to see that too, because freaking Myrtle was a brat.
Yeah, maybe they just don't want kids to be emulating it, so that's why they tone down the violence.
I can understand it, but this movie was not for the kids. Okay, let's be real. All of these in real life, like live action movies of the ones that we grew up in, is not for the kids. They know who this was coming for, and how you gonna do this to us? As if most of us millennials aren't already scarred from the original Disney movies, and then you're gonna take the ones that we actually like and you're gonna change them so much where they're kind of the same movie. Like, it's like Dr. Pepper and Mr. Pibb. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, actually it does. I immediately got what you meant. Like, yeah, it feels like we're getting like a Walmart Great Value version of
it's a hint of what you want it to be. It can satisfy just for a little bit, but your hopes and dreams are gone. At least mine were. Clearly, I have my opinions on this movie. It was cute. I think the girl that played Lilo, I think her name is Mia something or another. I know, my bad, I should have known. But I think she did a great job. For this being like her first movie and, taking on such a big character as Lilo, like, I think she did a great job. Stitch was Stitch. He still said a couple of his, his lines that we knew, like his little curse word in the beginning. We don't know what he said. Something like that, but they're like, oh no, There were certain little things where like, oh, look, there it was. We know that one. So they took out Gantu.
Yeah.
They cut down David.
And my boy Bubbles, dude.
And Bubbles. But the guy with the ice cream.
You remember the guy with the ice cream during the ship scene where he's eating the ice cream and it's like the very end, they're on Gantu's ship and it's turning and it knocks over his ice cream? Is that the one you thought?
Yes. Okay, so he was in the animated film quite a bit. She loved taking pictures of him. He was also in the live action movie.
Is he?
Yes, like 3 times. Okay, so I can tell you exactly when.
All right.
So she runs past him. Oh, and it's when Jumba and Pleakley are in the hotel. And he first does the portal and he's like, no, you can't do that. Humans aren't used to seeing that. He's the guy sitting there. And as the portal opens, he drops his ice cream.
Oh, you're so right. Oh my god, I remember now. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, I would have appreciated him more if I was like visibly recognizing that that's the same character.
That and like in the animated film, it's ice cream. This is like a snow cone.
Yeah, in the animated film, it's like a white guy too, right? It's like a white guy, and then they use an
He's
actual.
extremely he's extremely sunburnt. Yeah, and granted, I get it. Representation, I respect it. I
Yeah,
love
yeah,
it.
that's fine. Yeah.
But there were a lot of little differences, and it was just enough to kind of irk me just a smidge. But I still think it was a decent movie for what it was. Um, the ending was a little bit different. Nani ends up going to her school of choice, and Lilo is taken in by Tutu the neighbor, and David, I guess. Do they live together? I don't think we ever got the like background behind that. Like, is Tutu David's mom? Is it like somehow they're there but they're not there? They still hint that David and Nani get together. And then like she's like, "Oh, we can still visit," and they use the portal gun. And they kind of like took it as like Cobra doesn't know that they have it. And so apparently Nani took it when she went to college. And so she tries to, FaceTime Lilo, and it's all cute. And she's like, "Oh, how are you doing?" And she's like, we miss you, and you're so far away. Here comes the portal gun. She walks right through, and she's like, "Sup, I'm here." And she's like, "Oh my God." And then, it's a cute little sister moment, with Stitch, because he's still there happily living with his Ohana. And, life goes on. And it's just one big, it's still a happy little family, but it's different. It's different. So that pretty much is the movie in a decent little present, if you will.
Nice little bite size.
A little nibble.
Take a nom about that. Huh. I liked your breakdown. Went their breakdown.
Thank you.
Absolutely, that was pretty on point, and I think we have a lot of the same opinions. Listening to you go through that, I was screaming in my head anytime there was something I like adamantly agreed with. All right. Well, we got the breakdown done. Let's do final thoughts from everybody. Maybe we'll close out with you, Clever, since you did the breakdown. King, do you wanna give us thoughts on this? Since I think I already know yours.
I I am at the point where I am torn on this movie. I don't like shot-for-shot remakes,
Uh-huh.
but I also don't like when they deviate too much from the source material. So
Like that makes sense.
I am torn on this movie. I love this movie, and I really dislike this movie. Final thoughts. It's alright.
Okay.
That was monumental.
That was
Life-changing.
yeah,
Watch-
not
Watch it. Make your own opinion. I like what they did with Nani. I know that's the big controversial opinion. No one likes what happened with Nani. I like what they did with Nani. I like that it was different. I like that they gave her a backstory. I like that they gave her a future.
Mm.
You know, Captain Gantu, unnecessary. I'm glad he got cut from the movie. See what I mean?
Dang it.
Zach Galifianakis, fantastic. I'm glad he was Jamba. Fleeky, awesome.
Okay,
Captain Bubbles, or no, not Captain Bubbles. Cobra Bubbles
yeah.
is my only pet peeve with this movie. I don't like Cobra Bubbles. Courtney B. Vance, fantastic. Cobra Bubbles,
Wrong
What about-
casting.
What about Alvin the goat?
love Alvin the Goat. And I love the neighbor. She was awesome. I know she was a point of contention for a lot of people who watched the movie. I thought she was awesome. Grim, are we doing chicken buckets?
Yeah, let's do chicken buckets with our closing thoughts. Just make it easy to
Okay.
wrap up for sure. Hit us.
Bro, I know you know this is coming.
Ugh.
3 out of 5 chicken buckets.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right. I did not know that was coming. That's actually a little lower than I was expecting you from you, King. You seemed like you really enjoyed this film, so it's a shock.
Here's why I gave it 3 and not 4. I was bored. I'm not a Stitch fan.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, this movie was not made for me.
Mhm.
All the parts that I found interesting were all the stuff that was not in the original movie. So, sorry.
All right. Yeah, you're
That's respected.
entitled to your opinion. Yeah. I have to respect it. I have to, because I'm about to dump on you right now.
Grim,
So
hit us. What are your thoughts?
5 chicken buckets, that's not bad. That's, to be honest, like when we started this, that's initially what I was thinking I was going to give this, but then I started to dock points mentally every time there was a major difference or tweak that just rubbed me the wrong way and kind of took some of the heart and soul out of the film. Weirdly enough, I think this film has the opposite problem of the Lion King remake, where a lot of people complained that how are you going to convey emotion through these, CGI animals? Like it has no soul compared to the original. Whereas this, I felt like it was the opposite way. I felt like Stitch, the animated creature, had the most soul and heart in the whole film and had the most expression, whereas a lot of the human characters fell flat for me. I didn't think Lilo was that bad. I mean, for a child, she was very good at playing a child. So points to her for sure. I didn't really have all that many problems with Nani visually. I think I was more upset with the ending and the motivation behind the character and just the changes between like her. In my head, she essentially abandons Lilo to go chase her dreams, but they have a cop out of a portal gun. Oh, I can just come see you anytime, little sis. I got alien technology. Like, it's just a little unrealistic. Whereas the original film kind of was like, it showed that sometimes you had to make sacrifices in life for the people that you love. Sometimes you won't always have help. You don't always have, that olive branch. So you need to make do with what you got. And that's sometimes means, putting aside certain dreams for your future to make sure that your kids, in this case, your little sister's good, you know? So yeah, and then no Gantu, of course, that rubbed me the wrong way. Is Kevin Michael Richardson still alive? Because he would have killed that. He would have absolutely killed that. Zach Galifianakis as Jamba? No, I didn't like it. I didn't like it one bit. He didn't have the voice. He didn't have the gravitas. And once again, a character that had tons of heart in the original has none in this, because there's no Gantu. Who's the main bad guy at the end? Jamba. So it takes away his redemption arc and everything I felt for that character. Yeah,
they leveled up Jamba.
No, his accent. He had an accent in the original one.
Yeah. He had
it gave him personality.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this one, it's Zach Galifianakis. He has that, like, he has my voice. It's just like kind of weak and
it's a little muted.
A little, yeah. Oh, I got to work on my voice apparently.
I was not saying that you're muted. I was saying that as far as the personality from the original movie, that he seemed a little more muted.
We like to have fun here at the Something Always Nothing podcast.
Always.
So, like, me just going through and just like check mark after check mark of what I did not like, I will admit that there were times with this film where I was having genuine fun, and it was during the 1-to-1 recreation shots from the animated film. So based off that alone and how much this leans on nostalgia from the first film, the original, I'd have to give this, regretfully, a 2 out of 5 chicken buckets. And I don't feel good about it either. Like, I wish we did halves, man. This was an average remake for me. It was average. And yeah, that closes my thoughts. So let's do a slam dunk, Clever. You want to give us your closing thoughts and your chicken buckets?
Oh, man. You know what? Look at okay. Hold up. Wait a minute. Okay, so I do consider myself a Disney adult. I love everything Disney. I sing Disney karaoke with our kids every single day.
Hell yeah.
I am all about it. I've got Disney backpack. Like, that is my life. I love Disney. These last few remakes, though.
Preach, sister.
I just can't. I can't. I do respect. I think that they did change up Nani for the sake of wanting to give kids something. Been like, there's always another way. You should always chase after your dreams. But I do understand where Grimm says that It's almost an abandonment thing. The whole thing about Lilo and Stitch was the fact that she was fighting for her family. They were fighting for the family, and the whole thing was fighting for family. Ohana, that was supposed to be together. This Ohana was split. You know, just because she had the gun does not mean that she's there and present. Like, Lilo's still now by herself grieving with the neighbor. Like, I understand that the neighbor was there and helped raise her at one point or whatever, but like, okay, where's your sister? Like, that wasn't the whole point of Lilo and Stitch, you know. And yes, I do agree that Stitch probably was the most emotional one. Jamba was supposed to, like, he had an emotional connection to Stitch. He loved Stitch. That was his pride and joy.
He's like a father.
So for them to kind of make him to where he, like, at the end just didn't care. He was like, I'm just gonna catch him. And like, again, that is where Gontu kind of stayed the evil one trying to do, whereas Jumba wanted to protect him because that was his baby. That was, you know, he's like, oh, I'm gonna recreate you to be less fluffy, and he's like, I like fluffy, you know. I like the cutesy stuff because he's learned to love himself as something that wasn't just destruction. And Jumba learns to love him because he realizes if Stitch can have a heart, you know, he can too.
Too cool.
And then, you know, at the end, the whole big old family was the fact that Jumba and Pleakley stayed with Lilo and Stitch and the family. And it was like one big, you know, Brady Bunch type of family. It was all different. Now it's kind of just like Jumba was arrested and Stitch stayed. And where the heck is Pleakley? Like, yeah, he stayed, but for the mosquitoes? Yeah. Like, I still can't get past the meat suits. I'm sorry. That, I didn't like it. I wanted to see that alien in a wig. Okay. I wanted to see him wear dresses and think that he was pretty.
Yeah.
That was the best part. And I do feel like I said, Nani, it just felt rushed. The movie itself just felt rushed. I don't feel like they gave it everything that it could have been, because you can do so much more with animation. You have that comic relief. And I do feel like Jumbo was the comic relief. Like, he was always making fun of Pleakley, and there was nothing funny about Jumbo.
No.
Like, he was almost annoying, where it's like, all right, whatever, you're so angry, get over yourself, you know. Nani, always angry. It was supposed to be the bickering, the sister back and forth, and there was none of that. Even their fight, you know, where they slammed the door on each other, that was muted.
It sucked.
The goodbye to Lilo was muted. Like, I'm like, what are you doing? Like, yes. So with that, this hurts my heart.
Oh no.
Especially because I didn't see a day where me and Grimm would agree.
Oh, okay. It's time.
It's time. I would probably have to agree and give it 2 chicken buckets.
Let's go! Woo!
I know, honey. I know. You know, it was too muted for me. It felt too rushed. I didn't feel like I had the same connection to it. And I'm not a Stitch lover. I'm sorry, hot take. I know. I don't like Stitch like that. Like, I there's so many other characters that gives me life, and Stitch is not one of them. There are some people that are like hardcore Stitch fans. I am not one of them. But I did enjoy Lilo and Stitch. Like, if it's on, I'll watch it, you know. But this one, I watched it a couple times just to make sure that I could, like, talk about it and be about it. But I hated it.
Okay, wow. Who knew we were kindred spirits this whole time?
Respectfully, I did not like the movie. I feel like it could have been done so much better.
Yeah.
And to say it's a step above Snow White, I didn't like it.
Ooh, hot take.
Hot take. I did not like it. I know. Please don't cancel me. So yeah, 2 out of 5 chicken buckets. Unfortunately.
2 out of 5. All right, so that's 2 2s and 1 3. You've been overruled, King.
Bro, how did I? Yeah.
Never thought I'd see the day. If anybody that knows our dynamic, me and Grimm are usually on opposite sides, but today.
And now we're best friends forever. Let's go. All right. Yeah. Far out.
I call mutiny. Mutiny on the ship.
Let's get him out of here as soon as possible.
Just cut his camera.
All right. For folks that are interested in following the clever, uh, what should I say?
The clever crew, the
The
something
clever
squad, yeah.
the clever hype. Where can they find you when you're not doing a podcast?
So when I'm not doing awesome podcastings, with these two very amazing men, um, you can find me on Twitch. I do mostly gaming, so you'll find me on Twitch, YouTube, Kick, and TikTok under Something Clever. That is S0MTNGCLVR.
Yeah, make sure to go check out Something Clever. She's awesome. She's always playing cool games. Sometimes she just talks in the morning. It's like hanging out with the homie. It's dope.
He said
Yeah,
sometimes she just talks a little.
yeah. Just do it. Just talking stream. I love those. Seriously, I'll
We
pop
do.
you on my phone while I'm like doing dishes or like cooking in the kitchen. It just fills the space. Makes me feel like, oh, yeah, I'm hanging out with the squad. Huh.
Well, we hope this isn't your last appearance, and we hope you come back.
I would love to be back. Again, the Disney adult here. Someone's got to, regulate in between these two, because when it comes to Disney, they are clearly on different sides of the spectrum, and we got to see what the neutral party thinks,
Oh yeah, you were a valued resource this episode. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, Clever.
All right, buddy. It's just you and me.
Yeah, squad. Well, that was fun. Heck yeah.
That was fun. Let me take this off real quick.
Yeah, and just to let everybody know, feel free to comment and chat, comment in the comment section. Let us know what you thought of Lilo and Stitch. Maybe you have like the similar gripes that we had with it. Maybe you think we're full of crap. Let us know.
Yes. Follow us on YouTube. Follow us on. Hey, we're on Spotify. Follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We are on Amazon Music, iHeartRadio. You might be watching this here on Twitch. Make sure you drop a sub. Make sure you give us a follow. On the YouTube side, same thing. Subscribe. Leave us a comment. We love reading comments. I think what Grim? That about wraps up our episode.
Yeah, squad, that was it. That was a fun one. We'll be back next week. Same bat channel, same bat time.
Let's go. Next week we come back with the finale of Alien Earth. So
hype.
Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out. And we look forward to seeing you back on the Something Always Nothing podcast.
Ah.
Bye.
Bye, guys.